I barely had time to finish my midnight snack before the ground began to tremble. Helicopter blades thundered overhead, not military, not police, but two rental choppers covered in HOA stickers. Floodlights blasted through my windows like an alien abduction. A voice boomed through a megaphone, dripping with self-importance. By the power vested in me through the International Council of Homeowners, newly formed, you are hereby evicted from your own existence. I stepped out onto the porch and there she was, Karen, now wearing a stolen judge's robe bedazzled with rhinestones spelling out, Madam President. Two men in discount suits flanked her, self-proclaimed HOA ambassadors, holding a plastic binder labeled Global Property Seizure Treaty, printed on pink craft paper. Karen dramatically adjusted her gavel, a painted wooden spoon, and declared my ranch a sovereign HOA nation. She screamed that my house was now foreign soil, and any resistance would be an act of war punishable by unlimited fines. The ambassadors unfolded a ridiculous scroll accusing me of crimes such as unauthorized air molecule usage and lawn disrespect in the first degree. They finished reading with a synchronized bow like they were performing Shakespeare for cats. As if that wasn't delusional enough, a parade of golf carts rolled up, flashing vehicle underglow and flying miniature HOA flags. Each driver handed Karen a document to co-sign, treaties, sanctions, a ban on inflatable pool toys. She slapped her signature on every one like she was signing autographs after a failing reality show premiere. She tried to present me with an international fine for existing without HOA approval. I told her gently, Karen, you can't just invent a country. She laughed, terrifyingly, and proclaimed she already applied for United Nations recognition because my pool had global water. Even the crickets stopped chirping to process the stupidity. Just then, my wife arrived, badge shining, dog Zeus pulling her forward like a missile of justice. Karen proudly announced she was under diplomatic immunity and waved a cheap plastic badge that said, HOA VIP. Ramirez and the deputies showed up next, looking exhausted like parents picking up a toddler from daycare for the 400th time. They calmly asked Karen if she was drunk, confused, or both. She shouted, I am a head of state, and ordered the ambassadors to deploy sanctions, which turned out to be confetti eggs. They threw two, missed completely, and slipped in their own glitter catastrophe. Ramirez grabbed the fake treaty binder. It still smelled like glue, and sighed as he read, Terms of annexation. Snacks must be provided at every HOA meeting. He looked at her like a man questioning all his decisions in life. Karen, he said, you can't overthrow a U.S. ranch with bedazzled paperwork. She tried to stab the air with her gavel spoon, tripped on the curb, and fell into a decorative potted plant yelling, This is a coup! I will rise again. The ambassadors panicked, jumped into a golf cart, spun in circles, then accidentally launched it into my pool. Underwater sovereignty achieved. Karen was once again escorted to the very familiar back seat of the patrol car. As the door closed, she pressed her hands dramatically against the glass like a soap opera villain and shrieked, Operation Karen Shadows Phase 3, Total Control. The car drove away as the helicopters wobbled into the night like confused dragonflies. I looked up, exhaled deeply, and whispered to Zeus, We're not dealing with a woman who wants a nice neighborhood anymore. We're dealing with a woman who wants an empire.